The search for a missing Malaysian passenger jet resumed this morning thanks to a break in the weather in the southern Indian Ocean. American equipment is now in Australia to help find the plane's locator beacon. Officials now say that the plane may have sent out a partial ping to a satellite 8 minutes after what was previously considered its last communication. Experts are trying to determine whether the new ping could help them home in on the plane's location. A Chicago law firm may file a lawsuit against Malaysia Airlines and Boeing on behalf of a man whose son was on Flight 370. For now, Ribic Law is petitioning for details about the plane's disappearance. The petition could set the stage for a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. Malaysia Airlines isn't commenting on the petition, neither is Boeing. More victims are being recovered from the landslide that buried homes in Washington state. Crews in the town of Oso pulled 2 more bodies out yesterday. They say they believe they located 8 more. That brings the death toll to 24. No one has been found alive since Saturday, but the recovery efforts continue as rescue workers dig through thick mud and debris to find any signs of life. The area of devastation is 1 square mile, and the force of the landslide tore homes and vehicles apart. No motive has been given in the deadly shooting aboard a Navy destroyer. It started when an unarmed civilian transportation worker tried to board the USS Mahan in Virginia Monday night. When security confronted him, the civilian got hold of a gun and shot and killed a sailor who was responding to the scene. Naval security forces shot and killed the civilian immediately. Officials say the man had credentials to be on the base and the pier. No names have been released. This was the scene in downtown Houston as a big fire destroyed a building under construction. It took 200 firefighters to keep the flames from spreading to neighboring buildings. One construction worker was trapped on the 3rd floor of the burning building until a firefighter with a snorkel truck reached him and got him out just seconds before the 4th floor collapsed behind him. No one was hurt in yesterday's fire. And we told you last week that police officers in Honolulu were allowed under state law to have sex with prostitutes. Well, now they're not. The police department has agreed to clarify a state law that allowed officers to engage with hookers in the course of an investigation. Now they'll be allowed to solicit sex, but not actually have sex. There is no case of a Honolulu police officer ever being disciplined for having sexual contact with a prostitute. An appeals court overruled a judge's order that forced Kansas to keep funding 2 Planned Parenthood clinics. The focus was on a federally financed family planning program. Kansas law requires the state to allocate the money to a public health department and hospitals first, but a lower court ruled that Kansas couldn't take money away from Planned Parenthood. The organization, which says it will lose more than $330,000 in funding, is now reviewing its options.